So why don't you slide? Damn it! It started recording by itself. I hate it when it does that. Hopefully I didn't catch anything because I'm not going to restart. That's why I try to be loud when it... I didn't have it adjusted yet, damn it. It still feels off to me. Why is it stuck in... Hello there, I'm Scotty. You're not. It's now time to talk about the Kids' Choice Awards from 2000. It's the Kids' Choice Awards from the year 2000. Rosie is back, but she's got 4 other co-hosts. Yeah, this one was weird. Rosie barely did anything in this one. She was there to introduce the other co-hosts. This was weird. I don't know, but she comes back for 3 more, so I don't know, maybe she's just busy here. I don't know. Yes, and we start off with J-Lo performing in the intro. Yes, singing a couple songs there, and then Rosie comes out and she welcomes everyone to the ceremony and introduces our first co-host, David Arquette, and he brings out the man who does not want you to disrespect legends, Bill Goldberg. Yes, his co-host from Ready to Rumble, because it came out that year. Yeah. And they're here to give you the nominees for Favorite Movie Actor. And they are Robin Williams, Bicentennial Man. Now, I only saw Bicentennial Man once when I was back in 1999 when it came out on a DVD, because we were big Robin Williams people, and then I saw it, and it was doo-doo. Sorry, it's no good movie. I haven't watched it in a long time. There's a reason for that, but it's no good movie. Especially when you think of Robin Williams, and you're thinking it's supposed to be funny, and this is actually one that goes in a serious way. He can do serious. Good Will Hunting, Patch Adams, Good Morning Vietnam, I hear Insomnia is a good one. I haven't seen it, but he can do serious. He can do good serious. 1 Hour Photo, you know. But this was no good movie. And we have Big Adam Sandler, Big Daddy, personal favorite of mine. Mike Myers from, as they keep on announcing, Austin Powers 2, because for a kids show you can't say the word shagged, so it's Austin Powers 2. And Will Smith for Wild Wild West, and I went, really? You put Wild Wild West? Big LT can shoot me for this. Wild Wild West is no good movie either. It's a fun movie to put on in the background if you want, but it's no good movie. Sorry. Kevin Kline is a woman? Come on. He's not really a woman. He's dressed as this guy. Whatever. And the winner is Adam Sandler for Big Daddy, and he basically comes out and goes, he does. He's like, I want to thank you, and I just want to say a few things. I want to say, basically that's what he does. Yeah. And we get Kristen Johnson announced as being from Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas. I have yet to review that, and there's reasons. And Seventh Heaven Star, Stephen Collins. Yeah. Aged like milk. You don't know, and if you want to know, look up Stephen Collins. If you don't want to know, then don't. It's just, yeah. Favorite movie actress, and again, the choices for these was weird. Sandra Bullock for a movie called Forces of Nature, which I've never heard of. Drew Barrymore for Never Been Kissed. That one I've heard of. Melissa Joan Hart for You Drive Me Crazy. And I've never seen that, and I probably should have, because that was all over the place. They had the music video on TGIF. They promoted it on there. I don't know why I've never seen it. That's going to be put on a list somewhere. And I'd probably have to do it for birth month. Even though I'd never seen it, it would fit in, because it was around. It was all over the place. And Julia Roberts for Notting Hill and Runaway Bride. Kids' Choice. These are not movies kids would watch. Their mothers would watch them. My mom watched Notting Hill and Runaway Bride because I said she was a Julia Roberts fan. The winner is Melissa Joan Hart. Thanks, everyone. And yeah. Then we get something interesting. They do rapid fire awards for each category. For movies, TV, sports, and music. They start rapid firing, throwing these out. So we have your favorite movie. 98 Degrees comes out to announce these, by the way. Favorite movie couple. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook from She's All That. The other nominees were Ben Affleck and Sandra Bullock from Forces of Nature. Mike Myers and Heather Graham from Austin Powers 2. And Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant from Notting Hill. Actually, I'd probably give to Julia Roberts and Notting Hill, but this is kids' choice, not the adults' choice. They were probably better than... Favorite voice for an animated movie, Rosie O'Donnell wins for Tarzan, because of course she does. Tom Hanks for Toy Story 2, that's a travesty. Tom Hanks didn't win. My personal choice would have been Tim Allen for Toy Story 2. Michael J. Fox for Stuart Little. Favorite movie? That's okay. Bullwinkle comes out. Hello, folks. I'd like to introduce my close personal friend and co-star, Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro comes out, and he doesn't want to be there. When he announces the nominates for favorite movie. Pokemon, the first movie. Austin Powers 2, so can't say that name. Big Daddy and Toy Story 2. And as much as I love Big Daddy, who won? Toy Story 2 should have won. I'm sorry. That's what I would have voted for. Pokemon first movie is good too, but out of those four, Toy Story 2. I'm sorry, it's Toy Story 2. But Big Daddy won, and he comes out, he doesn't say, you this time, he just thanks everyone. Thank you. Thank you again. And yeah. So next, we have a performance from Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson. It was kind of boring. Moving on. Rosie O'Donnell is back now to introduce who she calls Frankie Muniz. It's Muniz. No, okay. Frankie Muniz is here, and he's doing the TV category, and they brings out Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who also does not want to be there. Very awkward. She does not want to be there. They do the gag because Malcolm talks to the screen and Malcolm in the middle. They do that, and she kind of, no, we can hear you. You're not, And they introduce a favorite TV actress, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Party of Five. That show is still on the air. Wow. Melissa Joan Hart, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Amanda Bynes from The Amanda Show and all that, and Brandy from Moesha. That's still on the air? I guess it was. The winner is Amanda Bynes. She comes out and she thanks, once again, Brian Robbins and He Who Shall Not Be Named. Oh, it's so cringe to hear that. It's like, don't. I'm like, don't say it. Don't say it. Oh, she said it. And she. But back then, they didn't know any better. But... And then we get rapid fire ones. Steve Burns, Leslie Bibb, and some other chick that I don't know. They're both from the show Popular. Steve Burns, of course, Blue's Clues. He wants to play a game of clues, and then they just give out the... Anyway. No, this is a regular one, not a rapid fire. Favorite TV friends. This one made me scratch my head. Sarah Michelle Gellar and David Boreanaz. Buffy. I'm no expert, but I'm sure they weren't just friends. Pretty sure there's more than that. Jennifer Aniston, Lisa Kudrow, and Courtney Cox. Now, if you're picking from Friends, Joey and Chandler, come on! You gotta pick any of the friends together. Any of the Joey and Chandler from that show. Joey and Chandler. Why would you pick those three? Joey and Chandler are the ones that. Oh, come on. Ben Savage and Ryder Strong from Boy Meets World, and Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny, X-Files. Again, no expert, but I'm pretty sure they were more than friends on many occasions. Anyway, the winners. Ben Savage and Ryder Strong, Boy Meets World wins, baby. They come out and they're happy to hey. And it's obviously towards the end of the show because Ryder Strong no longer has his 90s hair because he hated that hair look. It's now short, and he has the goatee from the finale. So, yeah. Favorite cartoon is introduced by SpongeBob and Patrick. Yep. And it is Pokemon, The Simpsons, Cat Dog, and Rugrats. And Rugrats wins again, keeping the streak alive, baby. Yes. Next, we get okay, now we get some rapid fire ones. Favorite animal star. Salem from Sabrina wins again. Again, I gotta throw out, it's a puppet. I don't use a real cat, but Salem itself is a puppet. Happy from Seventh Heaven, that's the dog from Seventh Heaven. One of the only real animals here. Stuart Little, CGI, not a real rat, not a real mouse, sorry. And Rowdy, 100 D's for Eddie McDowd. And again, much like with Salem, they do use a real dog, but also a puppet. Or they do the mouth thingy, I think. I don't know, but the Salem wins. Favorite book, and they're doing more than just one book in the series now. Harry Potter series wins over Animorphs series, Chicken Soup for the Child's Soul, and Star Wars Episode 1 that had a book was the novelization. Favorite video game, the winner is Pokemon, because of course it is. The others include Donkey Kong 64, Mario Party, and some that would have been controversial for me. Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. That's a good ass game. We played that for the PlayStation 1. That's a good ass game. Would it beat out Pokemon? Is it better than Pokemon? No. But it's a heavy contender. It could have been a contender. Favorite TV show is next, and it's introduced by Ray Romano. From a show I don't like. I'm sorry, I don't like everyone. Everyone loves Raymond, except for Scotty. I don't. I always thought that show was overrated. I'm sorry. It would come in after SmackDown, and I go, well, time to change the channel. But our picks are Boy Meets World, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, All That, and Seventh Heaven. And the winner is All That. Let's go back and take a look at these. So, Boy Meets World was in its final season. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the clips they showed were from season 4, which makes sense, 99. Melissa Joan Hart does have her red hair from season 5, but they're probably filming it this time. All That was in season 6, which was the low point of the original series, despite how incoherent the first 2 seasons are. Season 1, at least. Season 6 was a low point, even though they had Fluffy, who is on stage with them. They all came out, I'm like, oh, is all the cast coming out? Is Fluffy there? They are, and he says thank you to his mom. Although he is he goes to do it twice and someone interrupts him, and I'm like, let him speak. But yeah, he's and his agent and everything, he's happy to be there. In Seventh Heaven, I don't know what season they were in, but I don't know. But All That won season 6. That's why I think some of these are rigged, because the Nickelodeon show, I don't know. Favorite TV actor? Oh, because, Josh Surfer calls out Kenan Thompson and just says, hey, you won favorite actor in a TV show. And he's like, hey, thank you. The others, for All That, even though he's not, in 1999 he was. He and Kel left after season 5. And they replaced him with a big fluffy Mexican, excuse me. The other nominees were Drew Getty from the Drew Getty Show, Michael J. Fox from Spin City, and Jamie Foxx from the Jamie Foxx Show. Yeah, Kenan deserved it. Yeah. Rosie then introduces LL Cool J, who then puts off some rapid fire stuff. Favorite male athlete is Shaquille O'Neal. The other nominees were Mark McGuire, Deion Sanders, and Tiger Woods. Hey, I know all of them. Deion Sanders used to play for the Cowboys. Favorite female athlete, Tara Lipinski, and once again, the other nominees are Mia Hamm, Lisa Leslie, and Venus Williams. I know all of them too, but to a lesser extent, Mia Hamm. But I do recognize the name. Favorite sports team, the winners are the Yankees. The other ones, the Cowboys, the Lakers, and the 49ers. To introduce a favorite MVP, we got boxer Roy Jones Jr. and John Francis Daly, known just as John Daly from Freaks and Geeks. And they give us the nominees for favorite MVP. Tim Duncan. I think he's a basketball player or something. Chipper Jones. Cynthia Cooper, who wins, and Kurt Warner. I only know Kurt Warner. The name Chipper Jones sounds familiar, but I only know Kurt Warner out of all those because he was on The Sweet Life on Deck. But yeah, congratulations, Cynthia, I don't know who you are, but congratulations. NSYNC then comes out to perform Bye Bye Bye. And it's a hell of a performance. They're actually singing Britney Spears. They are. And they're not there, they're in another location, I guess. I don't know. Rosie then introduces a favorite rising star, because that's going to be the next host. And so it's between Haley Joel Osment, Mandy Moore, Frankie Muniz, and Vince Carter. I don't know who Vince Carter is. Mandy Moore wins, and she's the next co-host. She's introducing the musical categories. Favorite male singer, she is joined by Nick Cannon. And the nominees are Tyrese. Are you serious right now? I said, forget about it, cuh. Ricky Martin. What about his brother Benji? Cooking, cleaning, mopping, living a boarding life. Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block. Joey was more of a single star here than Jordan. What? Joey was kicking ass at this point. Joey McIntyre, by the way, that's what I'm saying. Jordan gets a nomination. And Will Smith. And the winner is Will Smith, who comes out with his son Trey to thank everyone. I thought it was cool. Favorite female singer is brought to us by Jamie Foxx. Looking very young with a lot of hair. And I just want to say that Jamie Foxx, he got the BET Legacy Award, whatever it was. They honored him. That was pretty cool. I watched the clip. They're coming out. They're doing the song Unpredictable. I had that CD, by the way. Unpredictable. Girl, get comfortable. You're about to see something you never done before. Maybe not the usual. Tonight we get in unpredictable. Ludacris came out. He was all happy. And they did yeah. I didn't care for Jennifer Hudson's version of Gold Digger, though. I know they couldn't have Kanye on there for obvious reasons, but yeah. So anyway, favorite female singer. I guess he's throwing out a bunch of rapid fire ones. So, favorite female singer is Britney Spears. The other nominees are Christina Aguilera, Brandy, and Jennifer Lopez. Favorite song from a movie is Wild Wild West from Wild Wild West. The other ones were Beautiful Stranger from Austin Powers 2 by Madonna. Music of My Heart from Music of the Heart by NSYNC. And Gloria Estefan from Music of the Heart. And Two Worlds by Phil Collins from Tarzan. And I wrote the wrong category stuff down because Wild Wild West is in both. So we'll get to that one later. Favorite music group is the Backstreet Boys. That's right, they win. Finally. The other ones were TLC, 98 Degrees, and NSYNC. About time the Backstreet Boys won. I figured they would. 1999 was their year. So I figured they were going to win. Favorite new music artist is brought to us by Amanda Bynes and Mel Gibson. But Mel Gibson is not there. He's got to be saved by the chickens from Chicken Run, because that's coming out. And then he shows up and they introduce the nominees are Jennifer Lopez, Christina Aguilera, Lou Bega, A Little Bit of Monica in My Life, and LFO. I would have voted for LFO, but the winner is Jennifer Lopez. She's alright. I've heard her music. She's, I like Jenny from the Block and all that. Lindsay Felton, my crush back in the day. You don't know who she is. I know you don't. She was from Caitlin's Way, the show on Nickelodeon. And Tyrese are here. Tyrese is back. Are you serious right now? I said, forget about it, cuh. They're here. You don't know, Lindsay Felton was the star of Caitlin's Way on Nickelodeon. And I had a huge crush. She was older than me. Only by a few years, I think she was... Let's see. I was 13. It was 2000. I was 13. I think she was 15. I don't know. Hold on. I look it up. Meh. And you notice. Meh. Hold on. Go over. I already had it on the page. Because I was looking up some stuff. It's not going to show up here. Hold on. I'm just going to look up Caitlin's Way. Either trying to figure out how she spells. it is. Okay. Lindsay Felton. She's 40. So she's 1984, and I was 87. So she's 3 years older than me. She's 39. She hasn't turned 40 yet. She's 3 years older than me. So you're telling me there's a chance? Probably not. But anyway, yeah, I had a crush. Yeah. Guess I kind of still do if I'm still gushing over it. But yes, where was I? Oh yeah, they're here to introduce favorite band. Yeah, this favorite group and favorite band. Dixie Chicks, now just known as the Chicks because Dixie is defensive. Sugar Ray, Sixpence None the Richer, Kiss Me, dun, 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 and Smash Mouth. And no surprise here, Smash Mouth wins. Yes, hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Yeah, and I've now gone through 2 pages front and back, and we're still not done. Even with all the rushing ones. Favorite song is introduced to us by Melissa Joan Hart and LFO, and my heart sunk, because LFO is one of my favorite bands growing up, and it's been kind of sad. It's not like Drugs or anything like that. 2 of the 3 members have passed away, and Brad Fischetti, the only one that's left, he's carrying on the name. He's been touring with O-Town, kind of keep the legacy going. But the other 2 died. Rich Cronin died. Rich Cronin, who was kind of like the lead guy, he died in 2010 of leukemia. And then in 2018, Devin Lima, who also sang lead on some things, he died of cancer. Now, Rich, he was the one, he did the raps in the songs, and Devin he basically did like the harmonies and the melodies and the singing stuff, So they get out there and they're like, hey, what's up? And then Devin hits this harmony, and I just went, oh, because it made me sad inside, because they're gone. But favorite song, You Drive Me Crazy by Britney Spears, Wild Wild West, and Going with the Wild Wild West by Will Smith, Bugaboo by Destiny's Child, I don't think I've ever heard that one, and All Star by Smash Mouth. And the winner is Will Smith again. He comes out with Trey and another kid that he doesn't introduce, and he has Trey say a few words, and they're all happy, and they go, and and it's time for the Hall of Fame Award to end the show. And this year they give it to someone who is synonymous with Kids' Choice, Rosie O'Donnell. That's right, she gets the Hall of Fame Award. Before they said it was someone who won like 6 awards or more. I don't think she won that many. She's been the host, I guess it counts, but yes. And then the Goo Goo Dolls perform a song called Broadway that I don't think I've ever heard before. It's good, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, okay, this is a song they formed, cool. I was hoping for something better, but that's fine. And then we come back, and Rosie O'Donnell comes out to outro the show, and she says, I want to bring Will Smith out here. And Will comes out, and he's like, hey, what's up? And she's like, so Will, what are you going to do with all those, this caught me off guard, with all those, he's like, Will, you having a good time? Yeah, I'm having a great time. Oh, so what are you going to do with all those awards? And he goes, I don't know. And I didn't react at first. I'm like, oh! And then he gets slimed. She's like, I don't know. Because as I told you, you say, I don't know, you get slimed. I knew the slime thing was coming, but I didn't catch it at first when he said, I don't know. So Will gets slimed. And then the Goo Goo Dolls come back to sing a song I knew. Why don't you slide? Which is why I said at the beginning of the thing. So, yeah. And that is the end of 2000 Kids' Choice Awards. This was only an hour long. Yeah. I believe. I'm trying to see. Farting outside. This Saturday is So why did the thing on Wikipedia say it was 61 minutes? It still felt like they flew through it. That's an hour and a half. Why did it say 61 minutes? I swear. Unless I looked at the wrong one. I don't think I did. Go back. Yeah, 61 minutes. I don't think that's right. That says it's an hour and a half. But it flew through. It felt like it was shorter. But, yeah. I actually had fun with this one. Actually, it was a lot of fun. So, yeah. Can't wait to see what 2001 holds. We had 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left to do. And, 3 more with Rosie. She's not done yet. She's got the... I'm off center now. She's not done yet. She got a 2001, 2, and 3. So, yeah. She got a load off on this one because she had other people... That's an interesting concept. It kind of... You know, adds... If you're going to have Rosie keep coming back... My nose is just sorry. Add some co-hosts in there to kind of help it out. But I guess it didn't work for them because I don't think they did that again. But they also got rid of the kids concept. Yeah, that was kind of awkward because, you know, when you have actors out there saying lines and they already don't want to be there, and you got these kids who won a prize and then they got to say lines, they got to read, you know, it's a little awkward. They did it 2 years in a row and they were done. I said it now, but they could do more. I don't know. But, yeah. So what are your thoughts on the 2000 Kids' Choice Awards? Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.